You hear the roar of the crowd, and it means just one thing. Live events are back here at the Overwatch League. ZP here at the Bass. We are live in San Antonio, Texas, and the battle for Texas about to begin as the Dallas Fuel take on the Houston Outlaws here at home.
I mean, the desk, they were pretty favored. They were looking less like a watch point wagon and more like an oil field. It was all fuel.
Yeah.
It was all fuel all the time, but overall, I think that this should be a little bit closer than perhaps we're thinking.
So I gotta go back to the wall again. If Pelican could take down Dylan from the enemy, huge. Oh, Danteh finds Sparkle! And early pickup of the sky and clip the bird's wings.
And now there's the auto pressure there. The Primal gonna be invested more. He's been seen it. We've seen him do it before with the Winston. He gets a lot of value. They're on the soldier. Can they find him? They are gonna get him. But still, they have to make sure this point's contested. They have to wait for their spawners.
99% now for the Fuel. Outlaws though, still very much able to contest. Merit out of the fight. Fearless down. Pelican right back in. And the Outlaws a little bit more on the point here. Sparkle looking for a little bit of poke. Has to be careful. Has to play his life. Being play his life medicine in the sprint. Now there's Danteh just barely gets away again. Danteh's been public enemy #1, but for now he survives. Looking for a little bit more. 88% towards the meteor strike. Here comes the nano in from Iris, and Edison cannot run away from that. Danteh
Here. So much of this again is on Danteh, on this engage.
The Fuel don't have much time. They gotta start contesting. Danteh, he chooses the engage. Power block early. Meteor strike still in reserve. Looks for it. Heavy pressure. Jumps to the sky. Is he gonna get anything? No. Dallas still at full fuel. Took it slipped. Edison caught on the side. Danteh still finds his man. And the Outlaws clean it up. Round 1. Gonna go their way.
Absolutely beautiful from the Outlaws. Danteh on that Doom is making the most of that brawler presence, that rework we've had into Overwatch 2. And we saw as well, there was a 3-man anti-nade that came out. A 3-man anti-nade that allowed them to set up there from Iris, and that was so important. When we watch the honor value.
Check the outside. Edison catches a little bit of purple from the Bionade. Under heavy pressure. Danteh in, also purple. Iris, Sparkle gets caught. And now the Outlaws on the power play. They get Edison. They're still all healthy. That's going to be first point control for the Outlaws.
I mean, look at Iris go. Another huge Anthony there. Danteh setting up the pummel, and then here comes the punch from Iris. Every time it's the 1-2 combo.
Here we're again, not on the Winston anymore. On to the Doom. Danteh. He's been high. Look at his counter. Oh, here we go again. Pelican in on the flank. Danteh's already grabbed Geo. And Pelican gets Fielder. The flank coordination there. Supply.
And you see, this is the value here of the Echo.
Arguably more so in Overwatch 1. Now Danteh for a little bit of pressure. Meteor strike, about to be up once more. Nice little hello, the Fearless is Fearless here in the back. Danteh still has Meteor strike in reserve. Maestro's down. Well, the Outlaws gonna put here. The nano is out. Fearless is gone. And Merit comes in off the flank.
It's so much value right now for the engages from the Outlaws. Sparkle still does not have a blade. He still does not have a blade. They've already used the nano as well. And the issue here is that he can't find a blade because his...
Pelican, that nice little extra boost. Danteh to cut in. 2 down. And the Outlaws well on their way to claiming the first map here in San Antonio.
And you see Fearless trying to find...
Mirror match here between the two, and he is right out. Thompson still a little bit better. Focusing me though. Over and in the corner. And the Outlaws smother the Fuel.
I mean, Outlaws are waiting till almost the last possible second. We thought it was done, but they were building up. They come back in, they stream in, they isolate those players, and Hanben uses grab. Beats get used for both teams there as well. So now Fuel, it's looking dangerous.
Well, guess what? Outlaw said we still want to contest. Lastro dropping the beat. But what's it going to be? It's well positioned. Pelican down already. Edison out in the trade. Back to 4-4. Danteh still alive. Both teams fighting neck and neck. It's 3-on-3. Sparkle. Low HP. And the Outlaws decide, you know what? We're going to back up a bit.
Well, the point has been capped there. So they are fighting. They're getting good aggressive pressure here right now, but it's done and dusted.
Goes, okay, Danteh. Can I chop down this tree? No, Danteh takes to the sky. Never seen a tree like that. Sparkle gets stomped on. And the Outlaws continue to push forward, and for the Fuel, what now?
There was no value to be had with Sparkle at all.
No. Sparkle, he's been playing on hard difficulty to be sure. Here we go once more, Sparkle. Getting the nano, no blade to go with it. It's not quite the main course, but it's gonna be enough. Missing shurikens on Iris. Iris able to dodge. Meanwhile, Merit, he's got the tech visor again. He's looking 15 HP, gets away! Just barely gets Edison, peeks down, gets the heal. And the Outlaws, they lose Pelican, but they've gotten the point.
Point has been grabbed. Hanbin so low. They're trying to keep him alive. The energy is very high. The nade's going to come out. Hanbin getting healed. They're trying to find him. They're trying to catch him. They say no to the energy. Don't let him take it. They're trying to keep him alive, and they finally find him. That's such a big pick.
Oh, he just got mugged. The retreat's not going well at all for the Fuel as the Outlaws take no quarter. You will have to hold this back for 3 minutes. It's a tough task, especially when Sparkle dies first. Here comes Edison. Oh, put to sleep. Oh, the ball through Danteh. Over and in. The Outlaws firing on all cylinders. Hanbin drops a grab. But avast, it's too little, too late.
Danteh just cleaning up, 3 minutes remaining. It's just Sparkle on the point, but I have a feeling he'll be going down very quickly. Reflect gonna be out. He's cleaned up. Can anyone else touch? No one can.
Sparkle Lloyd P needs to get away.
Oh, and Shayo getting caught so early. There's the bomb out too. There's no barrier. Everyone's zoned.
Pelican bringing the Outlaws home. One good performance after another, and the Outlaws have won the battle for Texas.
I mean, can even be described as a battle. Outlaws played that perfectly across the entire series. Even in that last fight, you see that they get the early dupe force, and as soon as they kite away from it, they back up, and then they come back to point, force the bubble, and then they have a free bomb. They have a free bomb that can zone everyone else, and the point just wins it for them.
Yeah. I mean, everything the Outlaws did here was well calculated, every part impressive. Whether it be Danteh showing new life on the Doom, Iris, an absolutely incredible Ana. It was greatness start to finish.
It was a really incredible work from Outlaws, and we expected them to be pretty good. We rated them thinking they were pretty good coming into the season, but they look incredible. They look very, very strong right now, and Fuel, what was looking to be the leaders of North America, potentially of the league, are sit packing.
Yeah,
hand in hand.
And this is not what was expected, but that's what is so great about a new iteration of the game, about a new season, new players. The old storylines get rewritten into the new, and the Outlaws are definitely a story to follow now. And that brings us, of course, Vass, to our player of the match. It was a tough one because so many parts of the Outlaws were great, but there's one story in particular that stands out. No one expected it. It is Danteh will be our player of the match, and you gotta give it to him for the Doom.
I mean, he got 2 maps early for Houston Outlaws, and his Doom mechanics and the way that he set up the fights, perfect. This is exactly what you want to see from this reworked Doomfist kit, and he showed it to excellence, to the peak perfection here.
Yeah, I mean, you look at coming into this, we saw Danteh in the main tank role. We wondered how would it work out, and as it turns out, worked out real well.
Oh, I mean, it's working out. He's getting a promotion. That's how well it's working right now. And overall, Danteh really set the pace for this match. And you could make the argument that Doomfist, that early Doomfist play and power coming out from Outlaws, gave them those 2 maps very early. And at no point did Outlaws ever feel any pressure from Fuel.
No. And honestly, it just felt like the Fuel were also a little bit outstrategied here. I feel like you look between the 2 comps they're playing, the Echo got way more than the Genji overall. The Echo was just a constant presence. Fielder was fearing for his life, as you mentioned at one point. The full protection squad had to come out and go, we will save you, Fielder. But in the end, it just wasn't enough.
And Pelican was tearing it up, for sure. And a lot of that, though, still was because of Danteh.
Yeah.
Danteh just getting so much space.
Danteh, definitely a story. The Outlaws as a whole, a story. This roster rebuilt from the ground up over the offseason, keeping the best parts, adding in some incredible parts, and has truly worked out well.
All right, thank you very much, CP and Avaz. Come on over here, Danteh. Let's talk for a second, man. I think you guys sent a message today, bro, for sure. But first and foremost, man, I gotta know, it's been a long time coming since we've been able to do this. But how does it feel to be playing back on stage once again?
It feels amazing. The crowd was really, really like awesome. I could hear you guys like every time we won a team fight. I just heard people like screaming, and it feels so good when you're playing in a match and people are doing that. Like you just feel the energy.
Yeah. It sounds like that really propelled you guys into performing so well today. So now I gotta ask you another question. Yesterday I learned about the starting lineups, and I gotta say I was really surprised when I saw that they were starting you at tank over Piggy. I know you're a Doomfist player, but what went into that decision to put you out in the starting lineup on Doomfist at tank?
We actually saw another team put a DPS player on Doom, and we just copied it because we're like, oh, maybe Danteh will be like really good at Doom, and then it just felt really natural when I was playing. So, yeah.
It was almost like having 3 DPS out there, you know? That's a lot to deal with for the other team's support. All right, last but not least, man, it's been a while since we've been able to do this. We got the fans here. I want to give you the floor, man. You have anything you would like to say to the wonderful Houston Outlaws fans right here? And everybody at home as well.
Thank you so much for the support. The first few seasons were a little rough, but it gets better and better every year. So thank you guys. It's kind of unfortunate that we only got to play 3 maps. Like we drove 3 hours for 3 maps. Maybe next time that won't happen, hopefully. Fuel, I don't know, maybe.
All right, man. Hey, man, I think the fans really appreciated this, man. So thank you very much, Danteh, for your time. Thank you, everybody here who came. Thank you very much for showing up. All the fans at home watching, this has been an amazing opening week.